Okay, today's May 24th, and I'm about ready to close.
Yeah. But he stayed open for us.
Yeah, Liz came in with 5 of her friends. I came from all over.
All over.
All over just to eat here.
Yeah.
I was impressed. And Michelle was our chef. She's filming now.
And she stayed late just to
feed
us.
And everything worked out well. And why don't you just share a few words? I mean, I met you about a year ago. You come back every week for a while.
Yeah.
And then I asked you right before you're leaving, do you want to share your story? You said, absolutely. Okay, share your story.
Thank you, Arnold.
Yeah.
My name is...
She gave me a hug, too.
Aww, I'll do it, right? Okay.
Aww.
So, my name is Elizabeth Severino. I am an animal communicator. I'm called one of the best in the world. There's a British publication that said that. My official title is Dr. Elizabeth Severino. Because of the work that I do as an animal communicator, helping animals return to vibrant health, I have become very familiar with what in the animal world is called the bones and raw food or the raw food diet. I started to really pay attention to how incredibly you can impact in a positive way an animal's health and well-being. Animals who are experiencing cancer, animals who are experiencing skin disease, animals who are experiencing issues with their eyes, an incredibly wide array of ailments that our animals are experiencing right now could completely be eliminated or their advancement could be completely retarded by putting them on the raw food diet. And then one day I woke up and I was experiencing physical issues, right? It was a duh moment. It was really a duh moment. And I was experiencing a lot of physical issues myself. I had some degenerative diseases going on. I had candida. I was having problems with my eyes. I had a total of 8 surgeries in a 3 or 4 year period. And I had this duh moment that said, what would happen? What would happen if I started the raw food diet myself? So I started to do a lot of research, and I found Arnold's Way on the website. I looked up Pennsylvania raw food, and this is what happened. And I'm here, and Arnold was just incredible. I came to his store. He was amazing. I don't know if you remember.
I do remember.
You talked to me on the phone for almost 2 hours.
I talked to that.
You talked to me on the phone for almost 2 hours. You told me all kinds of things. You gave me really great directions to get here. It's a bit of a ride for me to get here. And when I got here, I found that there's this amazing store that I would love to have somebody come up with millions of dollars to franchise Arnold's idea. If you're watching this, you got to find us, Arnold's Cafe in Lansdale, Pennsylvania, and you've got to come up with the money to do this because the man is just incredible. And when I got here, I found that he has an incredibly thorough store. He's got a cafe where you can actually taste the foods, made right there by incredible food preparers. I'm not going to call them cooks because they don't cook. I had my first amazing smoothie using Arnold's recipe, which he gives out to everybody for free. They have like earth shoes here. They've got all kinds of books. They've got amazing foods that we very, very carefully picked. The buying is just extraordinary. And what I did after listening to Arnold was I bought Victoria Vitenko's book, Green for Life, this one. I bought Victoria Vitenko's book, 12 Steps to Raw Food, which also was incredibly impactful for me because I realized in a heartbeat when I was reading this how addicted I had become to raw food, to cooked foods. I never even knew that cooked foods could be an addiction. So it was a real eye-opener for me. I also found, at Arnold's suggestion, excuse me, I dropped something on the floor and I'm making recipes, I'm making him, so I also bought, at Arnold's suggestion, Dr. Fred Vichy's DVD, Raw Foods, which was, I feel like I'm down away, Raw Foods, which was incredibly helpful for me. I watched it a couple times. And I also got, Arnold's DVD, which I also watched a couple of times. Now, one of the things I love about this man is his passion, his commitment, his knowledge is incredible. Every problem I had, I would call him. If he wasn't there, this incredibly helpful staff would tell me when he was coming back so that I could talk to him directly. Nobody wanted to venture into Arnold's territory to answer any of my questions, but they were very good about letting me know what his schedule is. And I've gotten all of my questions answered. The man is amazing.
I'm not paying her, by the way.
No, he's not. I mean, I actually came here.
I'm not paying her a dime.
No, not a penny, no. I just was just amazed. So I'm just really, really grateful. And I again brought another issue to Arnold today because I run into what I thought was an issue with the diet about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I felt something was missing. I was starting to have a craving. And he just said, well, go with it and then see where it goes. And the likelihood is that just one day I'll wake up and I won't want it anymore, which is great. I suddenly wanted coffee again. Yeah, and he just said, drink it. So I said, fine, I'll do that. And I had that experience last fall. I suddenly wanted raw milk and raw eggs. I did some mixture with that with bananas every day for 6 weeks. And then one day I didn't want it anymore. So I realized it was my body wanting to get rid of any, using it actually to wick out any additional toxins that I might have had left in my body from having eaten it way before. And it worked really well. And so I'm just so grateful, and that's why we're sitting here as the store probably ought to be closing and everybody really wants to go home to share this incredible message. So, thank you, Arnold.
Aww.
Yeah, it's actually up to her, not me. I mean, it's on her, not on me.
What are you talking about?
Just the journey is on her. I mean, she took the initiative to do it. Most people depend on somebody else. You have to really depend on yourself. Self-responsibility.
Yeah.
I did take the responsibility, and I've been preaching it to the people who have the animals that I help. I've been preaching, you got to do it. They can't do it themselves, and you've got to do it. And I did. And you know, I also decided I am going to have fun with this. So I actually started Cinco de Mayo of last year. It's a day of celebration, and I wanted to make sure that I had the whole energy of the movement to raw foods and my being as a celebratory event.
So you've been raw a little over a year.
I literally started, I actually preceded my movement to raw foods by a 24-day spiritual fast. I don't think I would do that again that way exactly, but for me it was the right thing to do. I have a very strong spiritual practice. I meditate and or do some form of spiritual movement. In my case, Tai Chi virtually every day is really important to me. I knew that I would experience a different level of spirituality, and I also knew that I would be supporting my choice to go raw food, so I came off the fast as a raw fooder. And I honestly haven't looked back.
How do you feel?
I feel awesome. I wasn't really trying.
Look at that energy. Look at that energy.
I ended up losing 25 pounds, which I didn't go into it for that reason. I have much more energy. I feel much clearer in my mind. I feel much more engaged in life. My skin has improved incredibly.
What about your eyes?
My eyes, I was experiencing glaucoma and other results of that. I had 3 surgeries which didn't really work out too well for me, and I was really feeling like I was really heading into the gutter. I say now that I really feel I was dying at that point, and look at me.
Look at you.
Woo!
In this lifestyle, and Arnold, I can't thank you enough because you were the person who was there for me, who understood what I was, who knew how to talk to me in a way that related to me, so that I could actually feel the support. Because I was wondering how much, I mean, good heavens, I'm in South Jersey. Where am I going to find support for a raw food lifestyle in South Jersey? And there he was. I mean, yes, I was driving what, an hour? It takes me an hour and 15, an hour and 20 minutes to get here, and I was coming out here every week.
10 minutes?
He's worth it.
You're worth it 10 minutes?
So
Yeah.
thank you very much.
Bye.
Okay. Good. And give a lecture from our